So I've been greeting you each day for the past, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks now, with, have an idea of what I was going to say in mind, some sense of messaging for the day. And today, I wasn't really sure what to talk about, what to share. I would like to remind everyone about the download to help with just kind of bringing your energy into balance and to settle your mind, to boost your physical body as well as your mental and emotional bodies. Please go to karmickindness.com and you click on the blog and you'll see the blog post from yesterday there. And I have a an at-home retreat on Friday, which I'll talk a little bit more about at the end. One thing that I noticed this morning before I got on with you, so each morning I start my day with a meditation and just a reflection, kind of setting my intention for the day. And I may or may not check email before I really get moving. This morning I noticed there was one from my HOA president here where I live, stating that the county where I currently reside is, pretty much they're shutting down everything, including community pools. So I live in a very small community. There's only 24 units here, and the pool's been kind of a place where everyone goes. You keep your distance, but you can go and have a place to, regroup, sit in the sunshine, which is interesting because the card today that I pulled for everyone is about sitting in the sun and just taking that in and just, basking in that feeling. So interesting how that worked out. But, for me, I wasn't really spending much time there. I haven't really had the time nor the need. I've been working really hard to create some new content and working on a few other projects for you. So that hasn't been a thing for me, but I can feel the collective energy of my community now that little piece is gone. I know several ladies go there to exercise. I know that a few of the neighbors that go there to connect, and they sit at a distance and all that, but I don't know, I just feel the heaviness of that right now. And I'm grateful that we had that. I mean, I know a lot of people, the weather isn't cooperative enough to even have a pool, or you don't have access to one, or whatever. I totally get. But it's not about the pool itself. It's just about having these experiences and these things temporarily removed from our day-to-day life, and kind of sitting in that discomfort and sitting in the awareness of having to shift perspective and get creative, think outside of our boxes. I know that we're kind of stuck in our boxes as far as being in our homes, but shifting our perspective on that, shifting it to, okay, well, this is where I am, this is what it is, how do I make the most of it, how do I optimize this time, how do I create a new way of being in this time where I have an opportunity to do that. So I guess that's the message for today. How can you create a new paradigm for yourself? How can you create a new perspective around circumstances that you have no control over that are directly affecting your life? So if you're feeling a little stressy and you're feeling a little bit like things are very heavy, please join me on Friday at what I'm coining an at-home retreat. You can sign up at soulglowretreats.com. That's soulglowretreats.com. If you put your email in at the top of the page, you will get a Soul Glow journal pack emailed to you right away. And I'm going to be sending out information about how to log on. I'm going to do the call on Zoom Friday at 11 a.m. I'm thinking it's going to last anywhere from 90 minutes-ish, maybe a little bit less, a little bit more, depending on the level of engagement from people online. You'll have an option to The way you set up your account, you can put in a pseudonym, or you can put in your actual name. You can turn your video on, leave it off. It's really up to you. You can engage as little or as much as you want. If you just want to pop on and just listen, then just pop on and listen. It's really up to you. There are no rules or guidelines. It's whatever feels good to you. And I have the weekly journal pack is on my blog today, so you can go there and download. I did it just for the work week instead of the 7 days. I find that most people who currently have a journal practice are likely not going to touch in every day, and those who don't, it's a little bit difficult to stick with something like that, especially when there's so many distractions right now. So I only did the 5 days, but just so you know, if you would like to continue on to 7, for those 2 days, like on the weekend that there's not a page, just flip those over unless you printed it on both sides, which I highly recommend. But you can just take, the back of the last day, and each that day just kind of write down what's your intention, what brings you joy, and what are you grateful for. And that's a really beautiful practice in and of itself. So let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know if you have any thoughts. Let me know if you have other things that you'd like to see or you'd like me to share. I'm going to continue to create content. I'm going to continue to show up here, and yeah, remember, we all learn from one another. So please be in touch. I appreciate you. I am wishing you the most beautiful day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.